Hello, I'm Laura Davis, a time management strategist, and I help working moms just like you ditch the hot mess and level up your work-life balance using a proven time management framework. So today's episode is very special because we are officially opening enrollment for Time Management Academy Live, the January cohort. So this is a little bit different. Time Management Academy has been around for almost 3 years now, and it has pretty much followed the same order of operations, we'll say. I spent all of 2024 doing a ton of market research, talking to past clients, current clients, other working moms who are not my clients, and really digging into the depths of the best way that they want to learn how to manage their time and how I can merge that with the TMA framework, right? Which is 4 pillars that you're going to hear about here in just a minute. So now the January cohort is it's kind of like TMA 2.0. It is the newly enhanced version of Time Management Academy. And here are a couple of the big changes. If you were a TMA client previously, so 2022 through 2024, then know that you still need to hear about all of the changes because it is a very different TMA than it was before. Now we are having live cohorts. So it will not be an evergreen course that you just watch videos online whenever you want to. These will be live trainings. The number one piece of feedback that I got from current, past, and non-clients is that they want to learn how to manage their time and their calendar and their schedule live through a live teaching forum where they can ask questions in real time. So you spoke and I listened, and that is now what Time Management Academy is. So we will only have cohorts a few times throughout the year. I don't know the exact number of cohorts because I plan it out based on my capacity with working full time. But right now there's a January cohort, and then there's one in the late spring timeframe. I do not know how many cohorts we're going to have, but January is the very first cohort, and I am so excited. So today's episode is going to be all about what Time Management Academy is, how it can help you, and if TMA is a good fit for you, and if you are a good fit for TMA. And there's going to be a lot of storytelling today, a lot of deep dives into different aspects today. And I wanted to do this episode for a really specific reason, because I feel like this is the episode I need sometimes. Full transparency, when I am going to buy something, there are 2 things that I usually don't do. I do not have discovery calls with people. I don't want to be on the phone or like on a Zoom with someone. I don't like feeling that pressure as the buyer. And then number 2, I'm probably not going to read your sales page. Okay, I'm just going to be totally honest. I'm sure you spent a ton of time on your sales page. I'm probably not going to read it. And so I was thinking, like, what would I need if I was looking to invest in something? And I was like, I would want to have a video or a podcast style, just like deep dive of all of the information. I can listen to the sections that I want to or skip past the sections that I don't want to. And that's really what today's episode is for. I created it because it's something that I wish I had. So if you are anything like me and you don't want to be on a sales call or a discovery call, and you don't want to read a long sales page, although it is a really good sales page, but if you don't want to do those things, this episode is for you to learn all about Time Management Academy and if it is a good fit for you. So I want to go ahead and dive in. And I'm going to give you, like I said, kind of the gamut of what Time Management Academy is. But if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I am available through email. I'm available through Instagram. And if you don't want to watch the video, if you actually enjoy reading sales pages, you are welcome to go to thelauraddavis.com/TMA. And you can also reach out to me and we can set up a discovery call or a conversation if you want to. I'm a low pressure kind of gal. So if you do have questions that you want answered by me directly in real time, I'm happy to do that for you too. Whatever works for you. So Time Management Academy is a 3-week live program that helps working moms to ditch the chaos of running out the door late every single morning, just winging it throughout the day, and then coming home feeling utterly defeated when nothing is crossed off of your to-do list. Now, give me 3 weeks, because Time Management Academy Live is 3 weeks, and I will show you how to create the time to feel at peace with your calendar, actually make it out the door on time with your kids dressed, and have time for yourself, because when was the last time that happened? And then also crush some of your really big goals for 2025, all without letting the day-to-day things fall through the cracks. Because I truly believe that you can have it all. We just have to look at time a little bit differently as working moms. And this way, you are never going to forget another dress up day at your kid's school. You are going to actually organize the never-ending laundry. You're going to hit deadlines for your big work projects without waiting until the very last minute. You're going to feel on top of your shit despite having ADHD, which we're going to talk more about. And you're going to have enough energy to join that new pickleball league in your neighborhood, which I still have yet to try pickleball, and I feel like I would really like it. So I need to do that. Not for lack of time. It's never come up, but I should really try pickleball. So even if you have, here's the thing, even if you have ADHD, even if you are madly in love with your paper planner, even if you have read dozens of time management books, Time Management Academy is going to work for you. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about some of my clients today too. And so I'm going to share a couple of stories with you. The first story is from a client who is a brand photographer and a business strategist. And I want her testimonial. It makes me tear up every time I read it, but I want to read some of it to you because this is going to be really relevant, especially if you're an entrepreneur. She says, what makes Laura's approach so effective is that it's not just about cramming more into your day. It's about intelligent time architecture that creates both productivity and peace of mind. Her system is sophisticated yet practical, ensuring that everything gets done while maintaining sanity and balance. While entrepreneurs looking to up-level their business will find immense value in Laura's coaching, her methods are invaluable for anyone feeling overwhelmed by their schedule. Whether you're a business owner, professional, or simply someone seeking better work-life harmony, Laura's expertise can help transform your relationship with time. The investment in working with Laura has paid dividends far beyond what I expected. The space and structure she helped me create in my schedule has revolutionized not just my workday, but my entire approach to time management. I am forever grateful for her guidance and cannot recommend her services highly enough. It just makes me so excited because I have watched this client grow so much in her business and do it in a very sustainable way and really honor those boundaries around her schedule and actually make room for more offerings and more clients while still sticking to her boundaries. And it's just amazing. So if you are a working mom who feels completely mentally overwhelmed when looking at your weekly schedule and you're wondering how the hell you are going to have the energy to get all of it done and fit in a slow lunch, because that is now what Instagram says is the cool thing. I don't know if you've seen those reels, but this is like the new thing. And if you're watching this episode in the morning or in the early afternoon, I want to remind you right now to pause it and go eat lunch, because that is important. And we're going to find a way for you to have a dedicated lunchtime. All right. So, if you're watching this, I will bet money that you are a high achieving, badass mom who has already demonstrated a really strong commitment to creating a joyful, peaceful, and meaningful life for yourself and your family. But you keep putting off actually taking back control of your time and your schedule. Do you remember before you had kids that you had dreams of this soaring career or this, big business, and you wanted to do that while also carrying a baby on your hip? And you were determined to be present for all of your kids' basketball games, class parties, swim meets, and you still wanted to be a badass in the boardroom wearing a pencil skirt, heels, and a blazer. I know that was my dream. And you absolutely have the ability to take control of your time while also creating breathing room in your schedule to not feel rushed all the time and still see roaring success in your career, in your business. There is just one small problem. You have yet to create a system that allows you to manage the many different aspects in your life as a working mom. You're writing down your to-do list every day, but your brain feels scattered and it's hard to keep up with what's going on at work or in your business, or maybe both. Things always seem to take longer than you think they will, so it's overwhelming not finishing something when you plan to, which then puts you behind. And free time, you don't know what that is. Between taking care of your family, your work, your business, you barely have time to brush your own hair, let alone book a yoga class, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Have you ever felt that way before? Knowing how to balance work and business with being a present mom and wife while also taking care of yourself and all of the day-to-day things that come up feels totally overwhelming right now. I know, and I totally get it. And this is especially true if you have bought all of the brand new Erin Condren planners, if you have listened to all of the productivity podcasts, and you have read all of the time management books. Listen, the latest Mel Robbins book is not going to save you this January. Although we are excited to read it, it still is not going to save you. And I get it. I was there in 2017. Back in 2017, Zach and I found out that we had to do IVF in order to have a baby. And I basically freaked out the entire time. I had no idea how I was going to manage a really intense protocol while also aggressively climbing the corporate ladder and being a present bonus mom to my daughter. And I remember our fertility doctor asking me if I was ready for a second full-time job doing IVF. And it was a big time commitment. And not to mention, it was also an emotional time commitment, which a lot of people don't take into consideration. So this ultimately led me on a deep dive into the science behind managing your time really well. After reading countless books and research studies, I saw that over 90% of the information out there was created by and for men. Women, especially working moms, were not a part of the time management conversation, and I knew that needed to change immediately. So since then, I've created my Time Management Academy TMA Framework, and I have gone on to help countless other working moms achieve high productivity and peace of mind with the process inside of Time Management Academy. And so just to give you a couple of facts and figures, TMA has been featured in over 50 podcasts, workshops, news segments, and we have over 250 women and counting with calendars and schedules that they actually enjoy and love. There is also a system inside of TMA that just makes sense even to ADHD brains. And I feel confident saying this because 60% of Time Management Academy clients have or suspect that they have ADHD. And then we've also created a space and structure to revolutionize not just your workday, but your entire approach to time management, because I truly believe that it is a life first approach to managing your time, not a business first approach. And I am confident that I can help you create that productive piece also. I truly believe that it is possible for every single working mom out there. You will finally be able to have it all and not feel like you have to do it all. You'll be in the moment with your kids without worrying about your to-do list. You'll feel like your days and weeks are easily balanced between work, business, your family, your goals, and your commitments. You will say goodbye to doom scrolling procrastination, racing thoughts keeping you up at night, and that feeling of never doing enough. All of this and more is possible for you in just 3 weeks with Time Management Academy. This is so much more than time blocking or reading another personal development productivity book. You need Time Management Academy. So again, this is a training and coaching program that makes it possible for you as a working mom to create a manageable calendar system that actually works. It helps you maintain your sanity and balance, and you get to manage a never-ending to-do list, and you learn all of this in just 3 weeks. So here is how Time Management Academy is going to help you manage your calendar, your schedule, and your life like a pro. I'm going to give you kind of a high-level overview of the 4 pillars of the TMA framework. So again, this is a life-first calendar system framework that helps you regain control of your time while still having flexibility in your schedule, which I know is so important for all of us as working moms. So the 4 pillars for TMA, the first pillar is the principles of time management. These are the foundation. They are unchanging principles of managing your time. The second pillar is the skills of time management. So this is the actual like day-to-day implementation of managing your calendar and your time. And then pillar 3 is managing your mind around your time. And then pillar 4 is capacity awareness. Now, if you are in the Bandwidth Reset workshop, this workshop and this tool that you get in that workshop is directly pulled from pillar 4. So it's literally a behind the scenes look at Time Management Academy. It is a great workshop. You can go really in depth and see all of the information about these 4 pillars on the website at thelauraddavis.com/TMA, where you get to see all the details. Now, what else is included in Time Management Academy in the January cohort besides that TMA framework? So again, this is a 3-week live program. All of the sessions are over Zoom, and we are going to meet twice a week starting on January 20th. That week of January 20th, we will have 2 live sessions over Zoom each week where you are going to learn the framework. And then you are also going to get, these sessions are going to be very actionable. You are going to get lessons and exercises to do after the lesson. And you are also going to have opportunities to get feedback in real time, which again was one of the top requests of women who during my market research, women who I spoke to, whether they were current clients, past clients, or just working moms in general. They really wanted the opportunity to get live feedback in real time. So I made sure to build that in. You're also going to get templates and done for you resources inside of Time Management Academy. So you can leverage this assortment of tools, spreadsheets, scripts, and templates that make implementing the TMA framework simple and realistic for you as a busy mom. You're also going to get personalized support. So implementing the TMA framework is just as important as learning the framework, which is why you will be in a private community on Slack with just your cohort members to have a safe space for questions, discussions, and deep dives on your individual calendar and schedule. And I'll be in that Slack channel with you so that you can ask me questions and get feedback in real time outside of the calls. So what does the investment look like for Time Management Academy? You have 2 options. You can do a single payment of $997, or you can do 3 monthly payments of $343. And I will say that registration closes January 16th at midnight. And this is a very firm deadline. Enrollment is not open all the time for Time Management Academy. This is a very firm deadline. There will be no exceptions. And I say this because we need time for the January cohort members to prepare before we kick off on January 20th. So January 16th is the absolute cutoff for the January cohort of Time Management Academy, and then we'll kick off on the 20th. And I wanted to share another testimonial from a client with you. This is from a woman who is an engineer and also a life insurance agency owner. So she is truly doing both, working in corporate full time and literally running a badass agency on the side. And she says, before working with Laura, my schedule and time management were all over the place. I dreaded each day and constantly felt behind. After working with her, I feel so much clearer and in control. Scheduling what needs to be done has not only helped me stay on top of tasks, but also given me more time for what matters most. Fewer balls are getting dropped, and I am no longer scrambling at the last minute. One of my biggest aha moments was realizing how to effectively schedule my tasks for my corporate work, which has made a world of difference. Laura is incredibly easy to work with, always accessible, and truly on your team to help you succeed. I can't recommend her enough to anyone feeling overwhelmed by their calendar. And let me just tell you, the part that means I'm so proud of her for all of the results that she has gotten. The part that makes me feel so good is when she was talking about how I'm on your team and I'm accessible for you. That makes me feel so good because it's one of my biggest goals. Client service and having a high expectation of over delivering with client service is one of my biggest goals with Time Management Academy. So let's also look at, I want to tell you another story, and then we'll get into some frequently asked questions. And again, I just want to remind you that if you want to skip this and go straight to the website, it is thelauraddavis.com/TMA, and you are welcome to go straight there and sign up. Or if you want to read additional information, you can do that too. So I want to tell you about one more testimonial, and this is from a website and branding expert client. And she says, Laura's approach is a total game changer. As someone with ADHD, I've always struggled to find a system that works for me, but her methods just make sense to my brain. For the first time, I was able to take a sick day to rest without worrying that stuff was falling through the cracks. It's been only a few days since I implemented her strategies, but I am already seeing a huge difference. The work she does is so incredibly valuable. That again just means so much to me, and it shows you that even though the program is only 3 weeks, which I also heard in market research and in feedback, they wanted to learn this framework quickly so that they could implement it quickly and then master it and move on. As working moms, we don't have time to be in an 8-week, 12-week 6-month program to learn how to do this. We need to be able to learn this quickly and implement it quickly. And that's exactly what she did, even with ADHD. And she started to feel the positive results from that, the wins from that immediately, which is awesome. So I want to share a couple of FAQs with you. I have a super robust FAQ section on the website. So if I don't answer one of your questions today on the video, feel free to go to the website and see if your question is there. If your question is not there, reach out to me on Instagram or send me an email, and I'm more than happy to chat with you. You're going to see here in a second that I give real answers. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm going to give you a real answer. All right, so one of the questions that I feel like a lot of people might ask is, what makes you different from other time management experts or coaches? And I have shared this statistic earlier, but just to reiterate it, over 90% of time management books are written by men. Women, especially working moms, are not a part of that conversation when scientists and researchers conducted and published studies on what worked best for managing time and increasing productivity. This is exactly why I took that foundation of the proven strategies and tweaked them to work best for working moms. I am a working mom. Not only am I a working mom, I work in corporate and I run a business. So I see both sides of that while also trying to be a really good mom and a present wife. Another question that I get often is, how is TMA different from time blocking, the cute planners that you can get at Target, or even those digital planners that you can download from Etsy? How is this different than any of those other tools? Another tool that is really popular right now, I think, is called the Starlight calendar. It's the digital board that can be in your kitchen or hang up on your wall or whatever, and it shows like your calendar and your chores and all of that. And here's my answer. TMA is rooted in evidence-based time management practices that are molded to fit the unique demands of you as a working mom. TMA does not just teach you how to time block. TMA shows you how to create a flexible system that allows your calendar to bear the mental load for you. So planners, calendars, spreadsheets are all tools that you will be able to leverage in the best way possible for you once you learn the foundations of time management, which is exactly what TMA shows you. Another popular question that I get is, I'm not good at planning and I'm not very organized. Are you sure Time Management Academy will work for me? 100% yes, TMA is for you. The TMA framework is built so that anyone, whether you are good at planning or not, can manage your time, your life, and your calendar effectively and in a way that works for you. And I will also say that managing time is a learned skill, which means that no one is born knowing how to manage their time. This means that everyone has the capacity to learn this skill and eventually master it. And yes, that means even you. Another question is, so this actually will have two answers. And the question is, will I make my investment back? Asked another way is, will my investment give me an ROI or return on investment? So if you're a business owner, you probably asked this question the first way that was listed of, will I make my investment back? Because as business owners, what we invest money in, we want to make sure that we make that money back, right? And the simple answer that I could give you is that if you know how to manage your time more effectively, then you will, of course, have more time to spend on income producing activities, which could result in you making your investment back. That's the answer I could give you. If you're in corporate America, you probably ask the question the second way of, will my investment give me an ROI? And the simple answer that I could give you here is that if you know how to manage your time more effectively, then you will have more time to spend with people you love, doing things you love, which means you would get a good ROI. And I would argue a priceless ROI. But here's my real answer for both scenarios. And I'm going to answer it with a quote that I think sums it up perfectly. Time is the only currency you spend without ever knowing your balance. So use it wisely. Now, I don't know who said this quote. I saw it one day on Instagram, but it is so profound because I can't promise you that you're going to make more money in your business. I can't promise that you'll be the next one promoted at work in your corporate job. What I can promise you is that no one ever regrets learning how to spend their time wisely. And I will show you exactly how to do that so that you can get what you want out of life. And I can very confidently give you that guarantee. So speaking of guarantees, Time Management Academy does have a guarantee that I wanted to share with you on here. And you can also read more about it online on the website. And just as a reminder, that website is thelauraddavis.com/TMA. So I am so confident that you will leave Time Management Academy with absolutely everything you need to calm the chaos of your calendar and manage your time in a peaceful way. And I want to make sure that you feel just as confident about joining Time Management Academy. So my guarantee, I've built it in a way that gives you peace of mind that this won't just be another course or another program that you purchase that sits in your inbox and you weren't able to use it because of timing or other factors outside of your control. If you join the January cohort and for whatever reason, any reason, you are not able to participate or complete Time Management Academy, which totally understand. Sometimes life happens and sometimes it happens when we least expect it. You can stay and take Time Management Academy again during the next cohort. No questions asked, no additional charge. If you are not able to participate in the January one, you will automatically be moved to the next cohort in the spring. So this means that you can join without worrying about losing the investment or not seeing results if life truly derails your original plans. So there is a ton more information about Time Management Academy on the website, and I hope you will go check it out. If you do still want to schedule a call with me, I am more than happy to do that. You can reach out to me on Instagram. We will figure out what day and time works best for both of our schedules, and then we can chat. If you'd rather chat over voice memo on Instagram and messages, I'm happy to do that too. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. I am truly an open book. And again, if you want to sign up for the Time Management Academy January cohort, we would love to have you. You can do that at thelauraddavis.com/TMA. And I will see you in the next episode.